I want to concentrate on moving your camera and lights around. You can simply select the camera here and then go to the transform properties. It's the orange one here, object properties, and you have your X, Y, and Z. And so you can see that I'm moving the camera, but getting it to point and orient in the direction you want can be rather difficult. So the easiest way to do this is to orbit and find your position using the shift and the middle mouse wheel button to pan, and the middle mouse wheel button to orbit, and the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So if I want to get the same view that I had as my scene 1 that I exported from SketchUp, I would try to find it. Now Control-Alt-0 on the number pad is the quick and easy way to move the camera to your current location. But you'll see that it didn't really fit all of the house in. So my trick is just zoom out and try that again. Now you have to get out of the camera view, so I'm going to press 0 on the number pad, and now I'm out here just orbiting and I can see the camera. So I've moved behind where the camera was a moment ago, and Control-Alt-0 on the number pad, and now I've gotten in the ballpark. Now, but as you can see, it's still not all in the view. So by moving to be on this axis, it makes moving the X and the Y a little bit easier. I'm going to move the Z, and I'm moving the camera up into the air a little bit, but I can't quite fit everything in there. So I'm going to use these numbers and just wiggle them, drag them left and right, and just try and get the view that I really want so that I can render a nice high quality version of this. So I've got it positioned just the way I want. I can take that light and do the same thing with the object properties, moving it front and back and maybe pull it up a little more. And you can also click on the little light bulb here. So if you have the light selected, this will be here, and you can increase the amount of power that the light has. Usually easier to type it in. If I type in, let's say 3000 watts, it's going to be a very bright light that is on the house. And if I want it to be dimmer, we do a 500 watt, and you can see now that the shadows being cast are not that strong. So you can play around with exactly where the light is and just how bright it is and illuminate the scene the way that you want to. You'll notice that there are other kinds of lights, and the amount of power really changes. When the sun is at 1000, that's a very, very, very strong light. There's also a spotlight that can be fun to move around. For this one, it's radius and where it's pointing and everything. It really, you have a lot of control over that. And area light is that more diffuse. Still have shadows, and you still have some light in that dark area where the shadows are. But you can see now why painting things with black, we really wouldn't get the same amount of detail. So we tend to stay away from the super, super dark colors and textures.